Hi guys, Rachybop here, welcome to today's episode of Sim Saturday. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Creator Sims Masterclass that we took at SimsCamp. This particular masterclass took place on the Wednesday morning. It was the first masterclass that we took part in. Masterclass basically was just a big screen at the front. All of us guys, SimCampers, sat on these white wooden blocks which were really uncomfortable, and one of the gurus talking to us about the new features of a certain thing, and this particular masterclass focused on Creator Sim. So I've taken notes in my Sims notebook and I'm just going to go through everything that I wrote down to get the information from me to you. So they started by saying it's a work in progress, it's buggy and there's very limited clothing. I know some of you when I posted screenshots were like, well, there's not any clothes, but you know, it's pre-alpha software, so try to ignore that part of it at the moment. And also the character art and user interface is a work in progress as well. And another thing was that the background on Creator Sim was just for gamescom, something that they've dropped in there just to fudge it over so they can show it off. Creator Sim has direct manipulation, even for posture. There's no sliders, you can zoom into the face to get more detail. You still have presets, and there's a broad range of face types and body shapes. There's heaviness and fitness sliders, so there are a couple of sliders still in there, and you can get extra definition from those. You can also get a detailed edit button, which if you double click the face you can go even further in, and you can even edit the size of the pupils just by dragging your mouse sort of left to right, I think it was. You can change the eyebrow arch, and it's using a technology called Smart Sim. You can also, and this is quite cool, you can actually open a little bar where you can tick certain aspects like face, whatever, you can tick those and then you can randomise the other things. They also said that they've locked out glasses, makeup and accessories for now, so they will be put in the game when it's released, but at the moment they weren't showing those. When you randomise clothing, it will always match because it's preset with colours and tagging and things. It will always create a nice looking outfit. You can change hair and hats. I've mentioned this in a previous video, but you can actually change the hat without changing the hair, and so you're basically layering the hat over the hair. You don't have to have a hat with a set hair style. The swatches actually pop out like that, which is kind of cool. And I've also mentioned this before, but if you put a pair of boots on your sim, it's pretty intelligent in that if you're wearing, say, leggings with these boots, it knows to put the leggings inside the boots, whereas if you put on some bootcut jeans, it knows that the bootcut jeans will go outside of the boots. They did show some of the clothing that they put in there. There was like a bomber jacket, some really beautiful clothes. And at this point there is no creator style, but they did say at this point, and because everyone's whinging about it, I think they'll be ridiculous to not put it in. I think that is something that they will try their hardest to put in the base game. There will be plenty of skin colours, all different colours of the rainbow, and there will be black hair, and they're going to try and make, the black at that time was quite grey, they're going to try and make it more and more black. They are still adding to Cass. They've also tried to add in more ethnic hair, and oh, I didn't mention that this was actually with Sim Guru Jill, this masterclass, and she is the producer of Creator Sim. She also showed off the new walks in Creator Sim. I think there was like a normal walk, which you can actually test there in Creator Sim. There's a snooty walk, there was like a strut, and there's also like 3 sort of emotion buttons as well, where you could test what your sim will look like when they're crying, what they'll look like when they're angry, and what they'll look like when they're happy. And then they actually did like a happy jump. I think they called it a heel click, but where I'm from we call it a happy jump. And they did say that you will inherit walk cycles. So if you have a sim child, when it grows up or whatever, when it starts to walk, it will inherit a walk cycle from its mother or father. And they've also got heaps of new voices added in as well. They showed us some of the Create a Sim clothing for men. There wasn't much at the moment, but I did notice a kind of Where's Wally top. And they also showed us how you can change the ears, like the ears like totally come out. You might have seen that on when people were creating Sim Guru Ryan. And there will be multiple ages, but they're not talking about that at the moment. They also can't confirm or unconfirm tattoos in the base game yet. They did say there will be a cast re-entry mode to change clothing, and you will have traits and aspirations. Also, they said that clothing will affect your sim's mood, only certain items of clothing. And then they gave us a task to create our best sim guru Ryan. You may have seen that Rosie from SNW Sims Network and Michelle Kenobi from Kill9 TV, they won with theirs, which was awesome. Everyone created an awesome sim guru Ryan. So congrats to them because they were on the live broadcast and they did a really good job. So that's what came from that masterclass. We actually got to have a go with Create a Sim, as did a lot of people who came to Gamescom and saw the Sims 4 on the games floor, show floor. If you came to Gamescom and you got a chance to play, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. And also if you didn't, let me know what you think of everything I've said in this video of the masterclass of Create a Sim, and things you would like to be added to Create a Sim, or you think it's missing at the moment, or you hope they put in, or you're happy they've put in. Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and enemies, subscribe if you haven't already, there's more to come. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!